Hey there, folks. I am here to pull a couple cards for you to see what the collective needs to know today. Let's see, I had a reading together, but it was more of a personal reading, so I'm not posting it. It took me a while to get through. I got new cards, and I'm kind of playing with them a little bit. Let's see. So we have distance. For some of you, there may be distance with your person. You may be dealing with the Pisces, or something significant happened in Pisces season. Water signs, 93 or 3 could be significant to you. There's another 3 and 11. You could have met while at an airport or a train station. You could be separated by states, countries, continents, or oceans. Or it could just be, for some of you, you are emotionally separate right now, right? This person that you're dealing with, significant fragmentation of the soul. Like drama from the past, irrational, unexplained fears, checking out in certain situations, and overreacting to seemingly small problems. When they met you, they were really taken by your spirit. It could have been more than that, but it's this magical muse, a lover, a friendly infatuation, or maybe even a stranger that one never even speaks to, which you were a muse for this person. You were an inspiration and possibly a catalyst to attack that fragmentation of the soul. And if they made the wrong decision or walked away, which created this distance, they have deep regret about this. They can't move on from you. You probably can't move on from them, but they may think that you are dating. What else? What do we got? They ran from the situation when things got tough. You know, with the runner card here, they definitely could have run from things when the tough, you know, they ran when things got hard. Let's see, what else do we want to know? Let's see. Let me get a couple animal cards, and I'm going to get well, not his. Could be his and his, hers or hers. It could be anybody. Everyone is welcome here. So it's going to be a you versus them type of energy and a connecting energy. So this just kind of gives us some idea of what's happening here. Okay, so can I get person A? I don't want all those. Feeling like taking them all back. Okay. None of them flip forward, so person A, please. Okay. We have the nightingale and the peacock. So right off the bat, there's air energy, a lot of it. But that said, I'm also feeling like this one person A is very ego driven. And person B is happy-go-lucky. And there's a lot of water energy here as well. We got air, water, and earth. We got the mouse. Anxious energy. There could be 2 different attachment styles here. With the runner in place and the mouse. I feel like there might be an anxious attachment style versus a fearful or fearful avoidant, or a dismissive avoidant. They like with the walking away and regret. I feel like we have 2 different attachment styles here. Or they made you consider check in with your, self-esteem and really assess your self-esteem here. Let's go with the connecting energy first. I want to know about the stingray. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So both of you, the connecting energy and the reason why you guys came together in the first place was to highlight some things and hold mirror up to one another. Okay? It was to knock your person out of their comfort zone, familiarity, and to challenge them to move into something that was unfamiliar, which was uncomfortable for them, which caused them to run. But for you, it had you with this mouse energy, this anxious attachment here. It had you develop a sense of confidence, a sense of self. It had you look within to attend this energy and to know you're amazing. Absolutely amazing. So this was a catalyst for them to get out of their ego and to jump into something more familiar, and for you to come into yourself, to develop self-confidence. Okay? Grow, to grow. What I want to say about your person is they may be in a victim mentality, or it says quits. When out of balance, blames others, quits. You may have been a little bit more imbalanced than your person and wanted to show them or bring them some balance when they were completely out of balance. They may play victim a lot and have a tendency to blame others instead of to be able to own it, your part in the situation, so you can catalyze and change it. When you play victim and you give away your power to change anything, because when somebody else is at fault, how can you fix that? It's not you. But when you go within and you really challenge what's my part in this situation? I mean, what's my part in the situation? You can go in and say, okay, you know what? I need to make a change. I need to get a spine. I need to stand up to people. With the stingray, this also taught somebody to get a spine. Cojones, to get some. And this could have been your person standing up to people. Maybe they had a tendency to wear a mask, which led them to please people. Maybe not you, because you caused them to want to change. You made them look at themselves like, oh crap. You had them all in their ego. All attacking that ego like, oh crap, I really need to change this. This is a false mask and it isn't doing me any good. But you might have been eager. Maybe you are in your growth period in your life where you're like, nope, I am not going to be satisfied with the status quo. I want more out of life. And you're changing. To bring into balance, your person needs to move through the discomfort of being out of their comfort zone and allowing themselves to do something that they're not familiar with and they wouldn't normally do. That is the connecting energy. Now let's go into the Nightingale, because I'm curious about, I'm feeling like that's your person. Now, the Nightingale. This person may have a beautiful, I'm saying either a blocked chakra here, but I think in essence, the Nightingale talks about song and having a fearless voice and speaking up for themselves in communication. So you were brought into their realm too, to teach them how to use their throat chakra, to be honest with self and to be honest with others. And the art of communication. And maybe this is something that, I feel a lot of mirroring in this situation. This person needed to drop the ego and get into their fearless voice, communicate, go after what they truly wanted, and not worry about what other people might think. So here, there's a vast contrast between the two of these birds. The peacock is, he struts around and he has beautiful feathers and shows his feathers. The nightingale, it says, this simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. So your person could be very outwardly confident looking, could be a very attractive person, and really has relied upon their magnetism and their appeal to others to carry them through life, when the divine is calling them to use their voice instead. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, especially when we sing. Your person may have a beautiful singing voice, if I haven't already said that. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. You may have a very musical connection. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. And I would venture to say, people pleasing. Doing what others think that you should do, rather than what you really want to do. To bring into balance, music. Now here's the ego part. Here comes ego. But there is a good side to the peacock too, okay? There's a beautiful side. Because it can be confident and kind, but not a false sense of confidence. Your person is being called into a real sense of confidence by standing in their truth and not walking around strutting their stuff. There is inner beauty within your person and compassion. It says the beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is the beauty that resides within and extends outwardly indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life. So your person may have a very, with people pleasing, there is a positive piece to that people learn how to assimilate and how to fit into situations with just about anybody. Like they don't allow people to rub them the wrong way, you know? They don't judge. They're less judgmental. They can allow people their own ideas without feeling offended by it or taking it personally. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not all of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. I think this is what divine is calling your person to do. When in balance, confident and kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation on the navel or that particular chakra. So let's see about you. See, this is a nervous energy. Really, really nervous energy. Often spends days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they have limited and fearful vision of life. And this could be something, like I said, I feel like you could mirror a lot. And your person too. I feel very strongly this could also be your person's energy too. Like they busy themselves with no particular purpose in mind other than to not think their thoughts. But when they're in balance, or when you're in balance, you're organized, resourceful, and prepared. And to bring into balance a meaningful project. Might be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that is worthy of your exacting eye. Maybe I'm feeling also with this that you're real keen to details and you see through your person. You see the bottom line and the spirit and the soul. You can read your person. Probably scares them a lot. They wonder exactly how much you know about them because your intuition is probably very strong with this dolphin in play. Bear with me 1 second. Let's see. Innately intelligent, healer, light, and blessings. You probably came into this person's life to shine your light, to help them heal, to catalyze them to change. to stop running from everything, to pull the pieces of their soul together, to heal that inner child. Because Pisces may or may not be important or imperative, but this person in their negative could have traits such as the Pisces, like depressive, dependent, obsessive, extreme emotions, escapist, spiteful. But I feel like you came to balance them, you know, because the positive side of that is creative, intuitive, empathic, kind, generous, romantic, mystical, and gentle. So you came to show them a different way. The gift of dolphins are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. You were to pull them out of ego and into spirit. When in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. But when you're out of balance, like I said, with this mouse and the nervous energy, when you were out of balance, probably when you first came into this situation, you underestimated your own power. But here in the Pisces positive, you are learning or have learned, or your intuition is waking up. You could be creative, like having a project, like a tarot channel, whatever, that really has put your intuition to use and showed you that you have an amazing gift. So that is why you were brought here, to wake up your person and to wake up your intuition. To bring into balance like-minded spirits. And the thing is, right, with the person being an ego, until they're out of ego and they are truly and genuinely in a place where they are receiving downloads from spirit and addressing the childhood wounding that they have within with the fragmentation of the soul, you know, they're not aligned. So if you're in separation right now, which it clearly appears, you know, that there is separation, just know that your person is being called by spirit to align to their true and authentic self. I want to know, though. I want to know a bit more how far they are on their path, because these are things they're being called to do, but I want to know if in this separation period, if what they are doing, are they sitting on it? Are they, are they actually doing the work? Let's see. Spirit, the person on the collective's mind, are they doing the work? Yes. Yes. With the devil coming out in reverse, it was almost crossing, but more in the reverse than anything. They know there's a decision that needs to be made, and they're at a crossroads, but they are, with this being just slightly askew, but almost in the upright, they're getting there. The answer is they're getting there. They're dropping codependent and toxic behaviors. They are going through heartbreak because they want a new opportunity with you. And they know that this separation is causing them sorrow, heartbreak, and pain. And it probably is causing you the same things. But it's necessary. Silence is golden. Because in the silence is where the magic happens. So you continue with whatever creative endeavor you're doing, and if you're being called to have a creative endeavor right now, do that. Focus on that. Because they are working on themselves so they can come back and have a new opportunity and prosperity and security, stability with you. They want a stable new beginning. They're working on getting out of that. They're working on self because they are heartbroken. So that's what I have for you today, and hopefully this helps. And I will talk soon, guys. Bye.